Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today. And we're starting with a surprise PS5 Pro update for Returnal. So over on Housemarque's official Twitter account, they say Returnal PS5 Pro Enhanced Patch is out now, featuring up to 2.5 times the pixels on PS5 Pro for a higher resolution experience of Returnal. So this is them celebrating their 4th anniversary of the game as well. It's crazy to think it's been already 4 years since this game launched, but yeah, this was a really nice surprise. Returnal was a game that I think a lot of people were hoping was going to get a proper PS5 Pro upgrade, but it never happened, right, until now. And so it's just kind of coming out of nowhere. I think it's great to see that they're doing something like this because it encourages people to consider going back and playing Returnal or playing it for the first time. And, you know, they have Saros coming up. And so, yeah, it's really nice to see this. Let me know if you're going to go back and play Returnal with this new PS5 Pro upgrade. Moving on to the next topic, though, we have some not so great news regarding an upcoming PlayStation exclusive, that being Lost Soul Aside. It's unfortunately being delayed once again. They say here on their official Twitter account, "Dear fans, we are truly grateful for the positive response we've received from players all over the world since we announced Lost Soul Aside. We remain committed to delivering a high-quality game experience to match the standards Ulti-Zero games have set for ourselves. We are going to take some additional time to polish the game. Lost Soul Aside will now release on August 29th, 2025. We want to express our heartfelt thanks to our fans waiting for the launch." So, yeah, this game, for those wondering, was supposed to launch pretty much exactly 30 days from now on May 30th. And so now it's being pushed to August 29th. I have to be honest, this is a game that I'm now not going to be able to play because it's launching at the same time that Metal Gear Solid Delta is. And that, for me, absolutely takes priority. I was looking forward to playing this next month, but you know, at this point in time, considering when it's being delayed to, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get around to it, which is unfortunate because I do think Lost Soul Aside looks good. So it might end up being a game that I just get to a little bit later on. So yeah, I mean, I would rather see them delay it and make sure it launches in the best possible state. You know, there's no need for them to rush it. I think it's been over 10 years this game's been in development. So, you know, what's one more delay, right? Moving on to the next topic, we have Sony announcing a new state of play that's actually happening today. Who knows, maybe by the time you click on this video, it already occurred, but there's a dedicated Borderlands 4 gameplay deep dive state of play happening this evening. And for those who are unsure, this was announced back in February. So in the February state of play, there was a little trailer for Borderlands 4, and Randy Pitchford did announce that they would be doing a state of play focused on Borderlands. So here it is. I don't know how many people are excited for this. Borderlands is a big seller, though, and you also have to figure that this is Sony doing a bit of a handshake deal with Take-Two Interactive. You know, a lot of people believe that something like this is occurring because Sony is trying to get in good with Take-Two Interactive and have a really strong partnership, so maybe they end up being the ones marketing GTA 6. We'll have to wait and see about that. But something else that people are kind of wondering here is, you know, the timing of the state of play. It's April 30th. Does this mean we're not going to be getting something bigger for the spring and summer, you know, during showcase season? I don't think so. I think the fact that they're doing it on the last day of April pretty much clears the way for May and June for them to do something bigger, whether that be a proper state of play or, you know, maybe even a showcase. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong. Maybe Sony's not planning on doing anything, but that simply just wouldn't make any sense. But something else we have to mention with this Borderlands 4 gameplay deep dive is in the PlayStation blog, they did reveal a new release date, that being September 12th, 2025. So it actually moved up by a few weeks, and a lot of people were immediately speculating that this is due to GTA 6 because Borderlands 4 is being published by Take-Two, who also publishes GTA 6. And Randy Pitchford did come out and acknowledge this and say that them moving the date up has nothing to do with GTA 6. I'll be honest, I don't buy that at all. I think it absolutely has something to do with it, because one thing that we do know is Take-Two's CEO did go on record saying that, he doesn't want their games to all release right next to each other, right? They want to give them a little bit of breathing room. So I think this absolutely does have something to do with the release date being nailed down for GTA 6. It's about that time. But yeah, let me know if you're excited for Borderlands 4, and let me know if you think Sony's going to be doing a bigger state of play or showcase in May or June. Moving on to the next topic here, we're talking briefly about Helldivers 2. It's been a while since we've heard from this game. Arrowhead actually gave an update on their Twitter account, and they say, "We know it's been a while since our last update. Fear not, we are cooking. You may have noticed that the gap between our major updates and Warbond releases is a little longer this time, but we're happy to say we'll be announcing our next Warbond on May 8th, and there will be more exciting news to come not long after." The studio's post continues, stating that more details about the Warbond will be revealed soon. "We won't stand on ceremony too much in revealing what that Warbond might be, but you'll hear more from us soon. Until then, stand up straight, polish those boots, and keep that uniform in tip-top condition, Helldivers." So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're still, playing Helldivers 2, or you're maybe taking a break from it, waiting for a more significant update. It sounds like they do have some things in the works here. The thing I'm more interested in over the Warbond announcement is them teasing that they have like other updates and more news regarding Helldivers 2 beyond that. It could be anything, but I'm just really curious to see how this game continues to evolve. So let me know if you're planning on going back and playing Helldivers 2 when these new updates drop. We're going to move on from that, though, and talk about another update regarding Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This comes from Push Square, where they say, "Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is exceeding all expectations, both critically and commercially. That means it's selling out at retail, with many fans unable to get their hands on a physical PS5 copy." Writing on Twitter, developer Sandfall Interactive has acknowledged the issues and says it's working hard to rectify them. They say here, "We are aware that we have sold out of physical editions at various retailers. Our distribution partners are looking into restocking. Sorry, the demand has been higher than expected in many regions. Please stay in touch with your local stores for more info." So just had to take a moment to once again highlight the incredible success of Expedition 33 here, where, if you've been paying any attention to this game, you know it is exceeding truly all expectations. But to see it selling out physically is not surprising, honestly. It's also just good to see that people are going out there and buying the game physically and supporting it in that way. And so they are saying they're going to be restocking and to stay in touch with retailers. I did see this kind of trending yesterday on Twitter, where people were highlighting that on Amazon it was completely sold out. And so, yeah, let me know if you're one of the lucky few that was able to actually secure a physical PS5 copy of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. We're going to move on to the final topic of the video, which talks about how Forza Horizon 5 is apparently doing on PlayStation 5. Being reported by Push Square once again, they say it looks like the PS5 release of Forza Horizon 5 has already added almost 1 million players to Microsoft's mammoth arcade racing game. Quick thinkers on Reset Era took a screenshot of the game's leaderboards around 12 hours before its early access release on Sony's system last week on April 25th. The number counted around 45.1 million players at that time. Now, at the end of the first full day available on PS5, that number has jumped to 45.8 million players, suggesting around 700,000 players have joined via the PlayStation port. Now, it's important to underline that this isn't an exact science, as perfectly plausible new players on Xbox and PC could be contributing to the number, although we'd expect the bulk of these numbers to be coming from the newly released PS5 version. Furthermore, player numbers don't necessarily equate to sales. For example, if you bought the game on PS5 and then played it across multiple accounts, you're adding numerous players to the numbers using just a single purchase. But yeah, I just thought that this was worth mentioning for a moment here, because we are seeing more games than ever before drop on PlayStation 5 from Xbox, and they are all doing pretty well. We just talked about how Indiana Jones is selling better on PS5 on its launch than it did on both Steam and Xbox. And now we're beginning to see that even with just the early access, like more premium expensive edition of Forza Horizon 5, it caused a significant uptick, right, in player count. So now that the game has launched, generally speaking, for, just a regular $70 version, I am going to be very curious to see how this title does, because I have to imagine, this being a bigger game for Microsoft, they're expecting it to do some pretty significant numbers on PlayStation. And so, yeah, just wanted to kind of throw that in here. But guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.